last video, I showed you the 9 basic chord shapes you need to play closely voiced diatonic triads in open E tuning. Click up here if you haven't seen that one yet. Now let's look how to use those shapes to pick one position on the neck and stay within a couple of frets of that position. If you played through the circle progressions from the last video, you might have noticed it sounds very mechanical and boring. That's because it's all parallel motion. Your ear hears each note in a triad as its own voice, and when each voice is following the same melody, roughly half the scale up or down with each chord, the melodies sound jumpy and uninteresting. If we use the shapes we've learned to keep the chords within 2 or 3 frets of each other, we'll naturally create different melodies in each voice that rarely move more than 2 or 3 semitones per chord. That gives the voices a singable quality our ears like. When I talk about a specific position on the neck, I'm referring to the scale degree, not the fret. So if we're in the key of G, and I say the 6th position, I'm talking about the 6th scale degree, or the place on the neck where the bass note is equal to E. If we're in the key of A, and I say the 5th position, I'm also talking about E. Let's start in 1st position, G major, so 3rd fret. To play the major scale circle progression in this position, start with a root-shaped triad on 3. 2nd inversion shape for the 4, bass note on the 3rd fret. Root shape diminished 7, bass on the 2nd fret. 2nd shape minor 3, bass on the 2. 1st inversion shape minor 6, bass on the 3. Root shape minor 2 on the 5. 1st shape major 5 on the 2. And back to the 1. Every position has its own pattern, and they all stay within 2 frets of each other, except for the 3 and the 7, which have a 3 fret jump in a couple of places. Choosing the right position is totally dependent on the song, the band you're playing in, and your own playing style. Some positions have better bass lines, some positions have better melody lines on top, some positions lend themselves well to open strings, and some positions have better cadences. For modern worship music, I most often find myself in positions 6 and 5. These being so close together, it means I have the added benefit of being able to mix and match the two to get more interesting voicings. I'm going to switch keys here to E, because it's a little easier to play these positions a few frets down. Here's the 5th position. Start with the 2nd inversion shape 1, bass on the 7th fret. A root shape 4, bass on the 5th fret. A 2nd inversion diminished 7th, bass on the 5th fret. A 1st shape minor 3, bass on the 7th fret. A root shape minor 6, bass on the 9th fret. A 1st inversion minor 2, bass on the 5th fret. A root shape 5, bass on the 7th fret. And back to the 1. You can see that each voice is now singing its own melody line. The bass, the lead, the harmony. Here's an example of the pop music staple 1, 5, minor 6, 4 chord progression. The second time through, I'll throw in the 4 shape from the 6th position to add a little spice. I'll post the shapes for each position in the comments below. Your homework is to learn each position, find a few that you like, and use them to play a song you already know. Thanks for watching.